Hello, this is Barry Enerson with the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room Recap. It is Friday, May the 28th. This is the address to get into our room, and you can log in with your Facebook or your Twitter account. Well, a pretty active day in the room actually for a Friday. It's pretty hot where I am, and I know it's getting hotter and warmer, and the summer's approaching, and people don't tend to like to trade as much, but certainly we had some pretty good activity today. TBIO basically made my day. After I was in and out of this trade, I really didn't have to trade anymore. Of course, I did. Took some other trades, but my day was basically made right here. Now we saw TBIO. This closed yesterday at $1.95. So was alerted to it in the pre-market action, looking at my pre-market filters, and got as high as 22.92, almost a dollar above the close of yesterday. Now, what I liked about this trade, or about the pattern, was that a lot of times what you're going to see is that these smaller ones, they'll have this big lift and then a massive sell-off. And it's pretty tough for me anyway to attack something like this on the open when you've had the big sell-off. All the people up here are really ticked off, and you can rest assured that if it does, even if it catches a bid and starts, gaining, all the people up here are going to probably be selling into it just because they're so thankful to get out. So what I liked about this pattern was, yes, there was a little pullback here, but then immediate recovery, and then not a big pullback at all right here. And then when the market opened, it popped through three, or right to three. So I figured that there's enough confidence in this that people will like. And obviously, it was a news-driven story. I don't even know what the news was, but obviously a news-driven story. And so I took the trade right here at $3. I got rid of some at 326. Got a little bit greedy. We got up to 375. Was really hoping that it would continue, but sold on the way back down to 340. I did hold on to a little bit more, but sold right around here before it popped down through $3. And I guess it's over for the day. Eyes was the next one. Now Eyes was, and unfortunately, well, just 1 second. Real time, yeah. I've had to tinker around with my with this instantaneous volume search, which we looked at yesterday. I said I was going to take a good hard look at it today. Now, if you have it up and running, you get a ton of alerts, and the thing is that I may really start to tighten up the volume restrictions, or restrict the volume, do some other things so I don't get so many alerts. But what I'm finding though is that early on in the day, you certainly start to get some pretty darn interesting alerts. This is not a strategy, really. It's just it's alerting you to something that could be very interesting. And so I found that maybe in the first 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes, it was very interesting to look at. But so I was a little bit late on some of these. Eyes was alerted on here, and I took the trade right here at 15.14. One of the reasons is it's been getting a little bit of press, and I thought, well, maybe it would just continue up. You can see it got up to 15.40 before it fell right back down, and I didn't get out here. I could have made money obviously on a quick scalp of it, but I was really hoping it would have a bigger pop than that, and I ended up selling for a loss at 15.03. Kang was kind of similar. You can see here it had this huge pop. I mean, here's from 1960 all the way to 2080, so over a dollar, well over a dollar pop initially. And so I looked at this pullback. I watched it go through 20 the first time. It came back down, and I thought, okay, this looks fairly reasonable to take it again on the 21 break again. Didn't do too badly. I mean, it went to 21.23. I was in at 21.06, but again, I was looking for a lot more than 20 cents. Came back down here, and when it went down through 21, I exited at 20.96 for a 10-cent loss. So it really didn't work out that well. And as I'm saying, I'm finding that I'm going to have to pay really close attention on this particular window in the first 10 15 minutes, just to see what sort of action I'm getting on it, because I think that they're probably, I'm almost 100% sure that it would have been alerted right here a lot earlier on Kang, but I'm not sure I could have got it because it just went really quickly. A was the next one. Now, this wasn't on that. This was on the old bounce alert. I had four of them yesterday, took none of them. All of them worked really well. So, of course, today when I when I started to take a look at it, then they didn't work quite as well. But I looked at A. 4093 was the alert. Right around here, 4093. You can see why I'm getting the alert bunch, like a very this basically alerts me to a situation where stock is being really sold off, a low RSI, a lot of candles down in a row. It's down a certain amount in 30 minutes, and I'm looking for a bounce. So watched it the first time. Let's see, the first time through 41. So that's 41 right here. You see that it came back down, popped up. I tend to wait for the second break, and that's what I said in the room. And so it broke that back down to 40.91, so nothing disastrous, and then it popped up back through 41. So I ended up taking the trade at 41.04. Looked like it might have been on its way. Here's 41.09, but I was hoping for something at least into this area, and it just didn't happen. And so when it broke down looked like it was going to break down back through 41, I exited the trade for a 4-cent loss. I did get back into it, kept watching it for a while, and I like this little action here, a little pullback, and then the nice candle, the nice candle right here. Not tremendous increase in volume, but a modest increase in volume over these bars, and took the trade at 41.28. Held on for a long time actually. Got up to 41.42. You see the three tops right there on the 5-minute candles, and then it basically, I actually sold it right here. I didn't I wasn't going to let it get back down through where I bought it, and I actually sold it right here at 41.33. I just don't have it marked. Flow was not a bad one. Flow came again from the volume surge, and I took the trade right here at 22.48. This is a chase. Obviously, a pullback would have been a lot better right here at 22.25. In fact, I think that's where I was first alerted to it, and I watched it. And then when it pulled back down here, remember now that this looks like it's going to start moving back down. But then the buyers take control, and I thought, okay, I'm going to try this right here at 22.48. I sold some at 22.61, and the rest, see, it got up to 22.88. Again, thinking it may stall at 23, and that's what it did. So I sold the balance at 22.78, and it's really done nothing since then. It's come all the way back down here. So that's it for today. There's another hour and 7 minutes left in the market, so I'm going to go back. I'm going to start looking at this one, see what sort of action we get in the last hour. My gut feeling is that we could get some interesting alerts in the last hour. People wanting to take it. If we get some volume surges and things that people might start piling into them for during the power hour. So I'm going to keep watching that. So that's kind of a short video today, but make sure I didn't miss anything that I did. Nope. Okay, and nothing I'm really looking on the radar to watch for next week. Maybe T-Bio, but let's just see. I want to see what it looks like on the daily chart. Again, it doesn't inspire a lot of confidence when it just sells off completely. You've got some, up to 395 perhaps. Here's 354 is a top right here. I mean, yeah, I'll watch it. But again, I don't like this. This is what I don't like, where you see this big sell-off. And if it continues down, 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 I mean, look at that, 270 it's at now. So if we get that big sell-off, I'm not sure that it's again, it's not going to inspire confidence. People like to see that it holds the gains and that it could, have good continuation. So, but I'll probably put it on my radar just to see if it, and if it gets over 3 again, then maybe that would be a good entry. All right, that's it. Let me just bring back the cover page. Here again is how to get into our trading room. I hope everybody has a great weekend, and we'll see you in the trading room on Monday.